for you guys in the third period when you start making a push?
Yeah, we just, we did what we, should have been doing all game and just getting pucks to the goal line and wearing them down and create momentum in the offensive end. And, that's the good thing about this team. We never quit, never give up, and we keep on pushing. Unfortunately, we just, didn't get to our game early enough. Didn't have our legs early, and they capitalized, and kind of gave up a couple odd man rushes that happened, and they were able to capitalize on them.
You've been through so many of these where you come back off of a long road trip like that. Just why is it more mental or physical when the legs aren't there?
Well, it's a little bit of both. It's definitely the time change, right? A couple hours, getting up early. But every team does it in the league. That's no excuse. It's just they're tougher games to play, no doubt about it. But that's at the same time, when you have that, you just have to play smarter. And we probably would like to have our first two periods back tonight and just manage the game a little bit better.
Did you go into the game feeling like you prered as best as you could for it under the circumstances? I guess?
Yeah, we were prepared. We were ready. But I think just what we talked about is just wait. If your game's not where it needs to be early, don't force things and play the right way. And I just think that we, for whatever reason, took us some time to get going. And like I said, found our legs in the third, but just have to play a little bit smarter. When you're not going to have your best legs come back from the West Coast.
Brayden, did you already talk about giving up a goal after you score one really quick? It's been happening a lot lately.
Yeah, no, we didn't, and obviously that's something we need to correct. That's when you go out and score a goal, the next lineup, whoever it may be, you have to go out and sustain energy or sustain momentum, and we unfortunately didn't do that tonight and scored another goal, but we just have to find ways to clean up those little mistakes.
Brian, for somebody that's been through so many of these where you're coming off of a long road trip, you've been through them. What's the best way to prepare for them? And obviously it wasn't there tonight.
Yeah, simplify early, which we didn't do, and then just get your work boots on. These are tough ones, but we all knew that, and it took us 2 periods to figure that out.
What wasn't there, more or less?
Well, they scored early. We weren't really thinking, and then they were all over us. They were coming hard. Monty said it when you come off these road trips, you got to keep it simple. You got to use your brain more than you use your other parts. But we just weren't able to get it going until the third period.
So the mental part, I guess, affects what you're doing physically then more than anything, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, when you don't have it, you got to use your brain. We were giving up odd man rushes. It cost us twice. And then just not playing in the offensive zone like we had been in the previous games.
Those odd man rushes, is that just a result of not being as connected as you would
have? Yeah, I think so. I think everyone, just has to read off each other. It's such a fast-paced game, and you take a second off, and it costs you.
So what changed for you in the third period?
When you're down, you got nothing to lose, right? You're just going and you're playing, and we were close. Butchie missed one right at the end. That would have been nice to find a way to get it to overtime. But yeah, it's a different game when you're down. You don't care. You're just going and playing hard.
You guys as D-men too yourselves had
some
few rushes and pinches yourself.
You're just trying to get up in the play and keep pucks alive for our forwards. Forwards did a good job in the third, working, filling for us when we were down. So too bad it took us 2 periods to get going.
What changed for you guys in the third period when you guys started to make a push?
We knew we'd be physiologically. We knew we'd be best in the third, just from coming back from the West Coast. But we wanted to start on time. We didn't start on time. We didn't manage the game well enough early on. And even after we scored to make it 3-2 and we have all momentum, we give up another odd man rush. Very similar to the second goal that they got. So we made too many mistakes and had to fight too hard to get back into the game too many times.
The 2-on-1s, where does the responsibility lie there to make sure that that's covered?
Yeah. Well, we're asking our defensemen to pinch pucks that are on walls, and they did, and they kept them in. Now what's happening is our forwards got to get above, and our forwards, when the puck is stopped by the forward that's responsible for replacing the D, when the puck gets stopped, he's stopping. And San Jose's forwards get in behind him. So now we don't win the battle for the loose puck. They pop it by us, and now they have a 2-on-1. It's the exact same goal that Philly scored on, too, when we were in here.
What's even that power play goal against there at the end of the period?
Yeah, chances to clear. We didn't clear. Hurt us in Vancouver, too. And then the goal itself, I mean, it's a pretty good young player there in the league.
What was their explanation on why Holloway got the extra 2?
Just because they thought he initiated it. That's the explanation I got.
Play just not overall in general.
Very, very sloppy. Yeah.
How do you balance frustration with coming back from Western Canadian road trip and being tired, like you already mentioned this morning?
Yeah, that's where, you got to mentally prepare that maybe your legs won't be there in the beginning of the game, and you got to manage it by being in the right spots. And we didn't do a good enough job of that.